The Toll Immigration Center Diamond offers registration of kinds on residents in the European Union with prospect of reception of citizenship, assists in reception, tourist and working visas, and also helps with search of the worthy. Works in the European Union. The reference to contacts in the description. The Senator Franz Klintsiewicz has declared that in USA have intentionally created also the coronavirus infection in one of the spokes laboratories. Conclusions arise by itself. It is established a virus artificial and with high degree of probability has relations to the American military men. The perspicacious senator here after all it has added, as the mean Uncle Sam has stolen biomaterials. Russian and Chinese has developed terrible and has sprayed it and near it then has brought down all. The markets also has closed border and still on a turnkey basis and the American has instigated the Saudi princes to lower the prices for oil having beaten a pipe, Igor Sakhin which here already almost. We cannot sell uniform barrel by an oil paper clip. Well, it is admissible. But what Washington to drag has laid out in ahead of the Kremlin silver-tongued Dora said monstrous nonsenses about 70% middle class among Russians and about it. Representation about czars after all anybody except the leader not in a condition so to do the light image that became clearly over the country supervises flight with coils. The idiot tightly seized in the power. It will press and kill if only to remain in for life to it is not enough 20 years he wants to correct eternally and there is no other exit or live in Kremlin or dead in a ditch and here already cousin nephews have begun to move on to corners creating new parties Putin and Prophetikov. The heated irons our country needs in the strong leader especially in a situation global crisis of alternative. Vladimir Putin is not present as there at the classic is Putin is Russia is not present Putin and (2) is not present. Classic was not mistaken at the citation and there is a formula punishment of inhabitants by 1 the 7th part of a land that behaved so silly and irresponsibly having admitted to the power and its insatiable gang at first it has plundered the country having deduced from it all possible resources and now when borders are closed because of storming pandemics it will be simple to let cruelly Russians in the purposes of deduction of the power transformation. Russia in a uniform toilet of inevitably price on oil also slide downwards. Damned sawdust fill in a planet. Cheap threatening and even China refuses to buy the Sochi oil on. Question to whom will soon give in. Oil storage muzzle are filled on 75–80% and in couple of months will be are filled into the full and where the soil land to put to stop extraction but that means to stop working out deposits forever and extraction process in Russia and without that not cheap and so the country remains without incomes in general with prospect to lose them forever under all this time sitting on 2 pipes and to hallucinate about the own greatness anything not made actually by it at all in a condition to support itself remain without means of support will shiver as the addict in time the government has already rolled away back in respect of grocery deliveries having allowed to import into the country meal without restrictions. Also secret shipping routes in. Deliver currency once also secretly. Deduced currency, it is necessary to hold ruble which is old. Komatose hardly breathes on the exchange schedules, but Putin has told to a step back. The dollar should not overcome a mark in 100 rubles has failed. And on fee I will pull out at the same time. Put on the council not in. Shops has started in panic civil in all is very simple. The population so does not trust the power in force majeure situations that any the calming statement from it. It is perceived just what isn't needed. And grown wise experienced Russians immediately have rushed to sweep away from counters canned food, macaroni and groats and salt are in matches. Truly Soviet formula not so is terrible. Death as hunger rations is terrible spit on norms of safety. Virus it is not visible means it as though is not present. It is possible to go without masks to drive about in public transport and it is thoughtless to contact to all successively. At such level of an indifference it is possible not to doubt the epidemic coronavirus in will accept unprecedented scales even. Teachers write in parental chats. Training removed about work of circles. Let's inform in addition that it is available. The uttermost misunderstanding of the nature event. After all, if quarantine that it is entered should to be executed by strictly all and what can to be understanding. If the head of the state talked profusely about voting on April 22nd, anybody of nothing has solved whether in the country, whether we live in a former mode we go through work and we will all cave as such. Unbalance will lead only early to a virus tsunami. There is a basis to believe that the epidemic most from 20 to 30% of the population. Putin Russia so high death rate will be. It is provided because of ignorance and low-level medicine on the country as a whole. Certainly the authorities will stupidly lie and to tell about that people die from other illnesses. Hormone insufficiency in hospital pneumonia from everything, only not from coronavirus. And still to sweep a wave of intimidations in kind of administrative affairs and penalties for fakes about coronavirus it already now grows. But the most awful and that against raged virus and the population time the little man definitively than above wave of epidemics the more strongly splash criminality and total fear it will be not dashing 90th revolt devils on separately taken paradise territory with on March 17th in crime the sports are forbidden, the entertainment public and other mass actions are not cancelled, only celebrations. The reunions dated for day crime with Russia and also fair of coffins and wreaths the organized administration as it is symbolical more coffins and wreaths enemy virus on the way. So we will throw its corpses as the grandfather and Hitler have thrown forward and from songs we behind the price will not stand. We can repeat.